Hello and welcome to the Cosmic Prayer. I'm just getting myself organized here because I'm really looking forward to today's broadcast. We're here on New Thought Media Network, of course, weekly, coming to you on a Monday at this time every week with the Cosmic Prayer. And every week we're every week sorry, I just had a message. Every week I invite on an inspirational guest to talk about prayer, to talk about their experience of prayer, to open their hearts on how prayer and spirituality informs their life. And this week I am just so grateful and excited to be here with my new friend and somebody that I have been seeing on Facebook for a while, and we connected probably a couple of months ago. And her name is Debbie Garcia. Debbie is the founder of Spirituality Gone Wild. That is an online platform that really showcases other teachers and leaders and brings them in on social media, and also with a membership club of classes and courses all on her website. Debbie is known for her absolute enthusiasm with gratitude, and that's what we're going to talk about also today. And so welcome here, Debbie. Welcome to the Cosmic Prayer.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Good morning, beautiful. How are you?
Be with you. I am really well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fabuloso. It's a Monday morning here in Southern California in Huntington Beach, and it's a little overcast, but it's sparking. It's just a glorious day to be alive. I mean, so I'm going to start off with asking everybody, who are you grateful for? Go ahead and type that into the chat. Let's get rocking and rolling this morning with some gratitude. And I'll let you take back over your show because I'll stop pacing.
That's okay.
Hi, Wayne. Oh, she is.
I love it that you've kind of set the intention here for the show. You know, who are we grateful for? What are we grateful for? It's such a great question because we don't always ask ourselves who we're grateful for. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you right now being here and shining your light. And I always get really enthused and inspired when I'm speaking with you because you have such a great energy and intention. So what is your intention with your with spirituality gone wild? And you know, what is it that really drives you and motivates you to bring that into the world?
Well, that's simple. Without your dark, you wouldn't know your spark. And other people, by my sharing of my story and showing that there is another way to do this in life, it inspires others to want to live their life, to be able to actually live, grasp it, live it, just embrace it with full reverence, because we've been living small for way too long. Whether it's playing the victim role or it's not being happy, say, well, I'll be happy when I want to inspire people to get happy right now where you sit. No excuses, just straight up. Hey, let's do that. Let's get happy. And how do we do that? Well, we got lots of tools for that. So, but that's what my intention is.
And I love that what you've just said. Without your dark, you'll never know your spark, because often we have to go to that place, don't we? That darker place, that, the dark night of the soul, do the shadow work, because it's from there that we actually can get the inspiration and the insight and realize, oh my word, this is just the most incredible life.
Yeah.
We have to go down, don't we, to kind of all go in to really realize that it's not always happy clappy, is it?
Well, actually, it's interesting because I've been on this journey of learning how to embrace my dark, learning how to love it.
Yeah.
When I see it pop up, I don't freak out going, oh my God, my life is just, oh my God, what am I going to do? I look at it and say, okay, how is this working for me? Now, let me tell you all, that doesn't happen. It might take me a second to say, I'm human. Are you perfectly human? We're all perfectly human. Who out there is perfectly human? So when we step into the space of being perfectly human, I'm okay with it, but it's that shift I can do to, how is this working for me? This has to be working for me, because nothing's ever working against me, because That's not how the universe rolls. It's not how God rolls, if whatever you want to label source for you. It's not how that happens. It's that it's working for me. Expect nothing, appreciate everything. That's what's above my head as a reminder all the time,
Yeah.
so that, because if you're appreciating even the dark, you're going to see that light, that spark. See, because you have a spark inside of you. It's right there. I can see it. I can see it in everybody. The idea is, hopefully I can remind you to look for it, to
Yeah.
really look for it, you know? So yeah, I just
I love that.
Wait,
And I tell you what
he's
else I,
adorable.
he is, he's
Wade's
great.
adorable.
Wade's
Wade, you're just
here.
like
Wade's
adorable.
in the
I just
house.
gotta tell you. Wade, you're just so in the house right now, and I'm loving that. I'm
And
omnipresent.
I tell you what I love is the angel wings coming out of your ears, out of your head. It's like, yes, behind you.
Well, I'll
It's
tell you,
perfect.
let's see if I can get my wings down here, everybody, just so that you can see them. My wings here. Aren't they beautiful?
They are beautiful.
Aren't these just stunning?
They
I just
really
love my
are. I want a pair of those.
I love my
Where'd
wings.
you get those from?
I at the Halloween store.
Okay.
Well, I was like, I am in love with feathers and angel wings. I'm in love with the energy of the angelic realm. I'm in love with
Yeah.
the energy that it brings into our space. Everything, it's just such a peaceful, calming energy, and something I love to tap into when when I am alone. When I am just by myself and going through something, and then I am going within. And I'm going within and I'm calling in the energy that is comforting for me while I look inside to see what I need to see. So,
And it's incredible because I see that the set around you, I mean, I know it's not a set, it's how you live, and it's just so beautiful, and it really is showing me that intentionally living in the environment that we have, intentionally, creating a surrounding that feels that gives us that support so that we can go within. It's beautiful. I love everything about how where you're sitting, and I can really feel the
thank you.
intention of that. It's wonderful.
I love it too. I seriously like put this together with a background intention, but it is part of part of this room. It's just part of
Yes.
it, and you're on point. So if you create an environment that's constantly reminding you, and it's just got that energetic flow, you're going to notice things start shifting in your life, and you're like, well, yeah, but I can't do that. But I can't. But we
Oh,
can. But we can. I'm
but
going to
I
tell you,
can do that.
I have been to the 99-cent store and bought some of the coolest things ever back in the day when I first started. I'm like the best shabby chicer. So, you can go on Amazon, you can find anything anywhere, but this is about when you start appreciating yourself.
Yes.
You you want things around you that make you feel alive, and make you want to just burst out with joy. I remember Oprah telling me one time, like, I've talked to Oprah. Yeah, what kind of universe am I flying in right now? Okay, Jesus. That was kind of funny.
I love that. That's a great affirmation.
Huh, okay. So I remember listening to her one time, go figure, that she was saying that look in your environment, and that environment's going to tell you what's going on inside of you right now. So take a look
Yeah.
around where you're sitting, and like, I'm looking around. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking at my desk going, yeah, that could be cleaned up right there. You know what I mean? I have little tiny like projects. So apparently what's going on inside of me, or there's some little tiny projects, you know, but this is your environment is very, very telling about where that you're at inside yourself, you know,
Yeah. Absolutely.
space cowboy. You're a space cowboy. Space cowboy. I like that.
So let's talk about prayer for a moment, and I'm really interested in your take on prayer, and if you pray, what is prayer for you? How do you use it, and how can you inspire us to use the type of prayer that you use? What is it? What is it that you use prayer for?
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Prayer. Prayer. Let's start back when I grew up. And I grew up in a Christian environment, go Christian and Catholic. And I also grew up praying for things,
Hmm.
or for somebody, praying for this to happen, that to happen. Oh, please, God. I even made bargains with God. I'll tell you, I'll give you my first. You give me this. Please, God. But
Yeah.
that's what I've discovered at the ripe old age of 53 is that that's not it. Prayer to me today is a deep, grateful state of beingness. It is a space where thank you, thank you, appreciating life where it's at, appreciating everything, even the stuff that doesn't look pretty, appreciating life, appreciating it, thanking God, the universe, God source energy, God source energy, God source energy, thanking the everything, the all that is for all that is. That's what this is. For we appreciate prayer has never been meant as a plea bargain. It was as a prayer is our appreciation and thankfulness to source. Thank you for loving me so much that you did that I'm still here. Thank you for bringing these beautiful people into my environment. Thank you for giving me the eyes to see, the ears to hear, the heart to feel with. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because if I'm praying for something I don't have, I'm in lack and I'm not doing that. Y'all
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? It's just as
Absolutely.
simple as that. If you're into the law of attraction and you're praying from the place of lack, you're going to sit right where you're at.
Yes.
Period. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's been my experience
absolutely.
anyway.
And where was the shift for you when you say, you were brought up believing differently, that prayer was something different? What shifted for you? When did that happen? How did that happen? Where it
Well, I think
became gratitude?
I think it's the name of the show. It's cosmic. It's
Yeah.
cosmic. You know, cosmic because look, y'all know if you're watching this, at some point things became different for you. You went, huh, it's this, how I was doing it just wasn't working. That pinnacle point is every day of your life. The pinnacle point is now. The pinnacle point is this moment. There is no, the shift is continually happening. I could go back 53 years. My shift has been happening continually along the way. There's been some things that have shifted in my life, whether it's been a relationship ending 8 years ago, whether it's been an engagement because I just got engaged. If it's been
Ah,
I know, isn't that quite a put my
oh,
ring on though?
amazing.
Right. I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. There's like, and I was single for almost 8 years. We got that's a whole other topic, y'all. But the
Another
point,
show.
I'm telling you what. So the shift is something that happens all the time. No matter what you're doing in your life, you're going to feel a shift. You're going to feel a shift. And every day we get to be in the now and shift just a little bit higher, a little bit sideways, a little bit this way, a little bit that way. But it's an ongoing process. And I've had that before, like a pinnacle point. I
Hmm.
can't 2012, 2000 from 2012 on, I don't know about
Oh,
y'all, but
oh, yes. 2012. That's a whole other show.
yeah, just shifting, 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 shifting. So the reason I say in the now, right now and present, right now, in the present, right now, in the present is that there's no better time for you to make a decision right now to get happy where
Yeah.
you sit and only be in that space. I'm living, breathing
And
proof of that.
and so how did your life change when you first had that? I know you're explaining here, which I really get that. It's a spiraling evolution of when you get it, it's like, okay, what was it that changed for you, that was really powerful, that demonstrated to you, oh my gosh, I've been praying this way and it hasn't been happening the way I want it to, and now I'm doing this and it's changing. What is it that changed?
What is it that well, let's go back to I was prayed and wanting, I was doing the bargaining chip with God.
Yeah.
You know, what shifted was when I started understanding that God is both dark and light.
Okay.
Source is through everything, period. But if I'm appreciating that, why wouldn't I be appreciating the things that I'm feeling that I need extra help with? But it was the idea that you're running it's stories. Let me think of a good story for you. A shift of something that just went boom. Well, let's see, 2.5 years ago. I didn't have a home to live in. My son was just coming off of heroin, and I didn't know where we were going to go. Their dad passed away almost 5.5 years ago, or a little over 5 years ago now. It was quite an interesting time. There was no other choice at that moment but to get really, really, really appreciative of my life. And look, now I'm telling you all, I rented a car by 20, and he was 27 at the time, got him the car, and we drove, didn't know where we were going, what we were going to do. But what I didn't do was say, oh God, please help us. I said, oh, thank you. Thank you for being able to continue to breathe. Thank you for continuing to be able to, I have my needs met today, have my needs met today, have my needs
Yeah.
met today. I boiled it down to the very nitty gritty second
Yeah.
of what was happening. I didn't go into tomorrow. I didn't future trip it. I didn't live in my, oh, I wish I could go back. Now that's just ridiculous. So no, because if I went back, I'd get right back to where I'm at right now. Is that what I want? Or do I want to move forward into the bliss and life that is really, truly meant for me on this planet? So I got appreciative of my life and grateful. Grateful beingness. It's different than just being grateful. It is literally a state of being. So at that moment, that was a pinnacle moment where I had been doing work prior to this, but this was bare bones nothing. You know, I had an interview once where I was talking about how I've lost everything completely twice, 2 or 3 times now. But the last time I did, even photographs went, everything, everything, everything. I started over from zero. Zero. Think about the attachments that you have to the things in your life and the stuff and the whatever. That attachment to things is what keeps you where you're at. And it was kind of interesting when it all goes and all you have is yourself to be appreciative for, life changes. And that's really the
Wow.
key. That's the key. I'm telling y'all, you don't need to do what I did. You don't need to lose everything. You don't need to go through that. Just, I'm telling you, start appreciating your life right where it's at. Thank source, thank God through prayer that you don't have what you think you need.
Yeah. This is no coincidence. I mean, nothing is a coincidence. I know that, but this is actually amazing that you're here and we're talking about this and you're talking about this. Because like you, I've lost everything, or I like to say I've chosen to relinquish everything a few times in my life, because on some level I've chosen it. And at
Yeah,
the end of 2019, I made that choice again, and everything,
everything. Everything.
including the relationship with my daughter, including that as well, everything. And
Yeah,
so, and I really get what you're saying when you're at that place, or when I was at that place of, okay, I still have my breath. I still
you
have
got
my breath.
that. Yeah.
No one can take that. No one can take my soul away from me. You know, when you're at that place, you really start. For me, I was becoming so grateful of the inner side of life, the cells in my body are still doing what they're doing, and I'm here and I'm breathing and I can talk, and I'm so grateful that I can blink my eyes and see what I'm seeing. And I really hear what you're saying, because yeah, we don't need to go to that place, but often we choose to go to that place to be reminded.
Correct.
Yeah.
And what I'm hoping that we can do and I love, first off, I want to tell you that I love that you shared something so vulnerably, because what you just demonstrated is a key to living authentically, when you can share vulnerably, even about the things that may sound to others like they sting. So you all just need to
Yeah.
just appreciate. So how about we start appreciating Laura for just being there and being
Oh,
authentic? You see?
that's it. And when we realize that actually this situation is happening for me and not to me, it's happening for me so that I get another understanding of what life really is. Because when you're in the car not knowing where to go and only have like maybe 5 miles of petrol in the tank and 3p in your purse, it's like, oh my word, where are we going? And isn't it amazing how life steps in?
Oh, it's a shocker how
It's
life
a
steps in.
shocker how life steps
It's
in. And it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
so like you'll get the phone call from
yeah.
somebody that says, "Hey," and everybody watched me do this on Spirituality Gone Wild. Everyone watched me do this too. It was all public, believe me. And it's just like, so you get a phone call and somebody's like, "Hey, we've got this ranch for you to come to for a couple of months." Okay, cool. We'll do that. Oh, hey, why don't you do this? Each step, each step, each step.
Yes,
And
yes,
it's each small little step was one more step to my awesome townhouse in Huntington Beach that I live in now, that I love. And I have a car now, and it's kind of cool. Oh my
oh, I love to
God. Isn't
hear
that
this. I was going
cool?
to ask you. So that is this is so beautiful. The demonstration that you are living of your faith and your commitment to spiritual practice, because gratitude, of course, is a spiritual practice. It's an extremely deep spiritual practice when it comes from a really authentic place, and you're a living demonstration of it working. It's beautiful. I honor you.
Thank you. I honor you too,
Really.
because it takes warriors to go through this. I'm going to tell you all are
Oh,
warriors.
oh,
We're warriors.
it takes warriors when
Yeah,
you're in a homeless
warriors.
shelter, and there
It's
are, I'm
warrior. Yeah,
absolute, it takes guts, it takes resilience,
that is
resourcefulness. Yeah. And for
totally.
me,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and prayer for me, I love it, that having that communion, knowing that my life is actually not always in my hands. I can let go and let God. I can let
Yeah.
go and let God, and have that knowing that I'm safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you said that, actually. I think that that's a really important key here in the entire idea of what that looks like when you're down in the deepest depths
Oh,
of not your preference. It's
yeah.
not your preference. Like, real preference here, but I'm here.
Yeah.
It's letting go of the idea of what something needs to look like. So Wayne Dyer is
Oh,
always taught about let go of the attachment. Let go, let God, let go of the attachment. The attachment to what does this need to look like? What does this need to, but it needs to look like this and it doesn't look like something's wrong. No, your attachment to it's what's probably not. Well, it's not right or wrong. You can keep doing it. Just
yeah.
see how it works for you. Sorry. Just because it's not going to work. I just don't
Yeah.
even, yeah. If you stay attached to things, it's
It's
not,
painful.
oh
It's
God,
painful staying
it's horrid.
attached. It really is. For me, it's like I've learned I've chosen to come out of that cycle of suffering, of how I think things should be and look. And I think last year, and I'm sure for many people, whoever's watching this now, if you're watching now, hello, hi, we're on Cosmic Prayer with the amazing Debbie Garcia on New Thought Media Network. So if you're watching now, or if you're catching up on this later, then I'm sure you've been on a journey last year, 2019, 2020, 2021. It's shown us all our resilience and how deep we're prepared to go. Oh, there's your website. Thank you, Diego, for putting up our amazing show producer. Diego is here. And this is Debbie's website, Spirituality Gone Wild. It's a beautiful website.
Yeah. Thank
So
you.
I'd like you
Thank
to talk about Spirituality Gone Wild for a moment and how that evolved and what it is, and to explain
for
to
sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So Spirituality Gone Wild. I'm on the phone with a really great friend of mine who's no longer here, and I love Hot for Teacher. I freaking love that song. That's a great song by Van Halen. I just thought I'd mention that because thanks, Wayne. Spirituality Gone Wild. I was talking to my friend Bob Miller, who passed away in May of 2016. We're on the phone, and I'm like, Bob, we're talking about aliens and angels. And I'm like, spirituality's gone wild. I don't even know what's up. Like, this is some crazy stuff. Like, what? And he goes, what'd you say? And I said, spirituality. It's like gone wild. And he's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And I said, oh my gosh, it is. And then over the weeks after, I like kept getting this download about this platform where different co-creators could be sharing and doing this in community in a state of compersion meaning to celebrate each other, working as a collaborating is everything. That's the only thing we should all be doing. That's it, is collaborating. And also a place where you could come and be your authentic self, be a warrior, learn tools, and learn how to do this life a little bit differently and make it fun. Because look, I don't know, I think I've always had fun, but it was a different kind of fun. This kind of fun is, oh, let this happen. Let's see how we can shift this. Let's see if we can shift that. I mean, life is a game if you want to start playing, but you get to make the rules. And so Spirituality Gone Wild is all about, hey, yo, you make the rules, period. And that's it. It's just so much fun. I love it.
It's amazing. So was this like a couple of years ago that it came all through?
This was 2000. This was August 8th, 2017. So
Okay.
here's the great part. Like I know that I need to do this. I need to start this page. And I'm like, well, I need this and this and this and this and this, and I can't do that. So this and this and this and this and this. And then I hear this, oh no, you're going to start it. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I create the page August 8th, 2017. Now here's the trippy part. I didn't know that was Lionsgate. I did not know anything about that at the time. So our anniversary is actually Lionsgate. So you can't make that up. I mean, it's like, what? So I started the page and I didn't know a thing about stepping on in front of a camera. As a matter of fact, I didn't want to get on camera. Bob did Practice Gratitude Success was the name. He was doing shows before shows were a thing.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm not going on camera. The first time I ever did anything like this, I didn't have a camera on. I'd used my voice only. That's how far that this has came in all these years. But yeah, so I just kept rolling with it. And I realized that my being on and interviewing was like being in school every single day, and I could just do my cup of grata with a shot of expression and 2 squirts of reality, and have a co squirt that could give me all kinds of tools and teach me all kinds of stuff. I mean, I think it's for me more than anybody else. But I mean, we do have 10,000 followers now, which is yay. So I love that because we're growing, slowly, but we're getting there.
That is amazing. I 10,000 followers. Wow. And you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube. And so you're on every day. I mean, it's similar to New Thought Media Network. You know, you're shining your light and allowing others to shine their light too, and sharing what you know and what we know as truth, and how we can live life from this place, you know, inside out rather than outside in. It's a whole
Yeah,
different way of living, isn't it? When you
it is.
really embrace it.
It is completely. It's a lot more fun. I mean, there's some days when I want to slip back into my ego, you know. My ego, it sometimes wants me to, be present. Anybody ever slip into their ego? Actually, it's one of my favorite things to talk about is the ego because bless its little heart.
Yeah.
It's protected me for all this time. It's been, oh my God, danger, danger, even if it's not really danger, it just tells us it's danger. But how can we not appreciate the very thing that's worked on keeping us safe in the only way it knew how? And
Hmm.
that was through blame, shame, judgment, criticism, condemnation, all of those things that come up when we don't feel worthy and deserving about our own selves because there's nothing going on. There's nobody who's done anything to you. And I hate to give you that today, but no, actually, I don't hate to give you that. I'm
No,
just
you
kidding.
don't. No, you don't.
No, there's nothing, nobody outside of you that is the thing. You are the thing. You're the thing that's created the thing. You're the common denominator in all of your relationships. And so that therefore means that the only person who can change it is you, period. And your ego has shown you what the different ways that it tried to keep you safe. But when we start shifting to a willingness to be curious about what's real for us and other people, we start stepping into a different space from our frontal cortex, going into our heart conscious space, life will change there too. So
Hmm.
relationships are how that we shift everything and connection and communication, and the people that you communicate with, the way that you're willing to be curious about what's real for them is going to change your relationships. And talking about gratitude, who is it in your life right now that you can think of that's been a problem for you? That you view it as a problem. You view this person as a pickle, a pain in your patootie. You know that you
I'm gonna
know.
tell you, me.
Do
Actually,
I
it's
love her. I love her. She just fucking love her.
it's
I just fucking love
me.
her. Love her.
No, well, I mean, I could very easily, you know, have a whole long list of people that I think it's their problem.
But
Actually, it's
that's what I'm.
mine.
Yeah, she's so like that's it.
Yeah,
But what I want to encourage you to do is because people will be stuck in that and they're probably going, wait a minute,
yeah,
but wait a minute, you don't know about my childhood. I say, oh yes, I do. I
yeah.
know. We've got the trauma. We're all trauma. I came up with something. You ready for this? You all, we're all trauma babies. We're trauma
We are,
babies.
we are.
Bunch of trauma babies. Bunch of trauma babies getting these belief systems stuck in our brain when we're like 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And we're all walking around like trauma babies responding like we were 5 because that's when our ego protection system started getting created. When you start thinking about that and you're like, because I used to throw tantrums. I'm talking about full blown throw a fit tantrum when I didn't get my way. Anybody ever do that? Just curious. I did. Did you ever
Yeah,
do that? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's that.
It worked for
Who
a while.
I could just see it. I remember my old relationships. I tell them, like when I didn't get my way, I would just, oh, I was ornery. I was ornery. I could, no. And I've even tried to get ornery in this one. Like I've caught myself going into my victim mode but I want it. And as a matter of fact, I want to tell you about something simple, how this works. Look, I wanted to get my nails done. And if we bought a couch and we did all this stuff this week, it goes, you might have to wait a couple days here. Start thinking to myself, but I want my nails done. And I almost got pouty like for a second, like, damn, I gotta wait. Y'all hear this? And I shook my head and went, everything is the way it's supposed to be, and it always is the way it's supposed to be. So what in the world is wrong with you right now? And I started laughing, and looked and said, done. Done. I'm not going to go over that. And so then we won $300 on a scratcher, a lottery scratcher. And then I was like, I swear to you, you guys, it's that letting go and not throwing a tantrum
Yes.
like a 2 year. I didn't throw my 2-year-old tantrum. Instead, I said, go sit your butt hurt ass down on there, over there in your victim corner, because that's where you need to sit right now. I'm right here. I got this like a big person does. And I'm going to be like loving just so what? Now I gave you guys a little example for something, but the
Oh,
point is, yeah,
yeah, I mean, thank you, Debbie, because you're really sharing, our humanness, what we do in our humanness, and it's, of course, there's no, we all react to our lives, and when we can't get our own way, or when we think we haven't got enough, and I really appreciate you for that, because that it's even those things that might be the little things, but they really get on. They get, it's like, I want something right now. I want, and we all go through that. Of course, we're like, life should be on demand, and we want these things.
right.
And yeah, did you get your nails done? Yeah, there you go.
I did, I did,
So
and
it
they're,
worked. It
yeah,
worked.
it
It
worked letting it go.
worked.
Well, I was cracking up too because you just it. I could if I had went into my fit throwing, my whole nervous system would have went out of whack, and damn, just fit throwing about irritated. I want this or irritated. I want that. No, 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 no. So yeah, we're creating our reality every second of our day. So now look, what if they hadn't gotten done? So what? I still didn't throw a fit. I still didn't
Yeah.
get out of sync with myself. I want to mention Wayne says God's beauty, experiencing God's beauty, and I want to tell you that
Thank you,
back when
Wayne.
thank you. I'm going to
Yeah.
take you guys back to 2003, and I had a hysterectomy and almost died. And I'm bringing that up because when I came back from that, I started realizing that everything we needed was in nature. It's in the creation of what God has already given us here on this planet. And I was so excited about this. So I started superimposing scripture that I would just open the Bible to and pick something. And I called that God's beauty. I was making memes before memes were a thing. And I used to do art shows and stuff, and it was called God's Beauty. That's exactly
Oh,
what I called it.
amazing. Wow. There you are. And Wayne's come on and pop that in
That's
for
cool. Thank
you.
you, because it just
Really.
reminded I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
I know we have also my sister in Kenya. She's watching. Christine, if you're still here. Hi,
Hi.
Christine. It's great to be with you. Christine's doing great work in Kenya. And yeah, I feel really grateful. I'm so grateful that you're here, because your light and your energy and your consciousness is just so powerful, and everything you're sharing. What can you say? I know that it's when we're in it, when we're in the in the midst of the stuff, and it really, we might not want to turn to gratitude. Is there something you can, like, what is there maybe that someone could turn to actually get into that place, even if they don't believe it?
I really love that. Be right where you're at. Be where you're at. If you're going to be cranky, be cranky. If you're going to be whatever, be whatever. Allow yourself to be where you're at for a few minutes. Like, allow yourself to be human there for a minute. If you're looking at something and you're like, because I've had things I just can't appreciate. I don't care what it is. I'm not going to appreciate it. I'm not. And I'm just suffering it a little bit longer for myself, but that's what my human wants to do. And I fake it. I wish I could be appreciative of that right now. I really do. And what happens is that over time, the neuroplasticity in your brain or your subconscious will start picking it up, and you will shift. Sometimes it's just simply a matter of saying the words. You know, get out of your environment too. If something's
Yeah.
really tough, If something's really tough, get your butt out and walk. But it's snowing. Oh, okay. So it's snowing. It's
Yeah.
a matter of change something about what you're doing, change something about where your energy is flowing to. See, you can control what you want to put your energy into. So if the thing for me, if I get really, if something's really tough, I'll go start cleaning that thing that I did. I'm like, I know I need to clean this, but I put it off for the last 3 months and now the dust is that thick and I still know I need to do it. But I've got all this other stuff outside of me that's just like, shh. And what happens is we get into, it's like lockdown. We get into this lockdown mode in our body because the stress and the this and the that. And we don't want to go do the thing and we don't want to do anything. We just want to be. The best way to get out of it is simply start doing something else. Start
Hmm.
doing anything else. I don't care what it is. Clean
Hmm.
something, do something, sweep a floor, do something, take out some aggression on mopping your floor.
Hmm.
Go clean out your car. Have you seen your car? If your car
Hmm.
looks like a pigsty, go clean out your car. What are you doing? Clean out your car. Go wash your car. Go do something. But I don't have a car. And now I'm upset even more. Well, then go seriously start looking at the kind of cars you want and start playing with your imagination. There's always a solution is what I'm telling y'all. No matter what, even if you're even if you're angry as all can be, you've always got a solution. No matter what, if you choose to find one, there's a solution to something. That's what I do.
This is so powerful because it's this taking our attention off of what we think we haven't got and focus on doing something and putting our attention into, what we can control, what we can do. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at my oven right now because I'm in the kitchen. I mean, okay, that inside that oven could do with a clean. Now I know what I'm going to do the next time. I'm not grateful for the oven I
Right?
think I haven't got.
Seriously, I'm telling you. Oh, there's my fiance right there. This is Joe Sniper,
Oh, hi
soon
Joe.
to be.
Loves the pink nails. Perfect.
Love my pink nails. Thank you, darling. We just had a whole story about that. So, yeah, it's think about these things. Like we can take the energy that's being destructive to our nervous system and our body, and we can take that energy and project it into something as simple as cleaning an oven. I
Yeah.
mean, there's, and then you'll know what it feels like after you've done something and you've accomplished something, even something small, even if it's a small corner and you look, even if you're a rat pack and you walk in your room and you go, oh, but I don't even know where to start. Just start with one little itty bitty baby thing. But my life sucks. I know. Just still
Mm,
do that. Just still do that one little thing. And by the way, if you're saying your life sucks, it's going to continue to do that. Just
absolutely.
saying.
I mean, where I am is last year I didn't even have a kitchen or an oven. So I'm just so grateful for the oven
I get
and
you.
you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How much
So,
do we love to clean our house? How much do we love the fact that we have a stove and an oven and everything, right?
yes, and a fridge. I know. It's
Fridge.
like and cupboards to put food in.
It's,
you
oh,
know.
I love you. Right. This is real. You guys, it's real when you don't. And there's a lot of people that are also going to face that too out
Yeah.
there. But I love you right now so much
I
because
love
it's so
you.
true. Ah, you guys, you hear this? Look, we were
We love
there and
each
now
other.
we're
And
here.
we're
We love
here.
each other.
So anybody can sign up here on your website, want to have
That's right.
Grateful Living delivered to you by email, then just do that right now because we all need this reminder. Wherever we think we are and however grateful we think we are, we can never be grateful enough. That's what I
Yeah.
believe. There's always room for more gratitude in our lives, in our way of living and being. And isn't it amazing how, for me, when I turn to gratitude, how it really does change everything? It changes everything.
Everything. It's
Yeah,
magic.
it
It's
is
magic.
magic. It's
It's
magic. Don't tell
magic, you guys.
anyone. Don't tell
It's magic.
anyone.
Seriously, it's the
Yeah,
secret sauce.
it
You know, when
is.
you want
Yeah,
that, oh my God, I don't know what that sauce is, but I want it. It's that. It's
it's
that
that.
stuff. It's
Yeah.
the juicy, yummy. It's the essence of life. I have this word I made up called Lovitude. And Lovitude is it's love and gratitude, right? Lovitude.
Ah,
It's
beautiful.
it's it's the motion. It's gratitude in motion. Love and gratitude combined is Lovitude. And so live your lives in Lovitude, because grateful beingness is a space of pure love. 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 That's why you are the purest essence. As you are love. You're love. That's what you are. It's like when you meet somebody, I'm going to fall in love. No, you already are love. You're going to expand in love. You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, do you all
it's
hear
totally
that?
different.
Debbie is speaking to you right now. If you're watching this, you are love. Yeah. It's so important that we remember that, isn't it? Because we're somehow seeking it from outside, this love that from somewhere, from someone, from something. And we
Yeah.
have
So
it already.
mhm, I'm
Yeah.
curious if you're seeking it outside of y'all, like if you're single, like I was for a long time, if you're seeking it right now, how's that working for you? I bet it's not. Oh, it does temporarily. It does
Yeah.
for it does for
Just
a
for a minute.
nanosecond, for a nanosecond. And then all of a sudden it's like back to butthurt syndrome going, what happened? Oh, I was doing it outside of me again. Oh, so Daisy, see, because you got to fall in love with you. You got to look at yourself like you got to look at yourself like you look at other people. You know how when you look at the person who your heart just goes, I love you. That is how that you need to look at yourself. That's great. You want to look at somebody else and go, think about how much you love them, but you need to look at yourself. You need to in the mirror and start doing this. I love you. I love you. And you're like, but I don't believe that. I don't care. I didn't believe it either.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you that all these years later, I not only do I believe it, I am it, and I am it, I be it,
Mm.
but I overflow with it, and that's what I give to you, is what I overflow with. See, the cup overfloweth is does it what that
Oh,
meant was
there we go.
my I love
My cup.
it.
That's it, isn't
Okay.
it? Yeah.
My cup overfloweth is yes, it's it. And what that means is that what's inside of that cup is meant for you. What's flowing outside of the cup, the blessings flowing outside of the cup are meant for everybody else. That means you're a blessing. That means you and what you have to give to the world is a blessing. That means that you are a gift. That means that you are taking care of you inside of the cup, allowing that stuff to overflow so you can show up.
It's beautiful and such a powerful message. Debbie, thank you so much for being here today and sharing on the cosmic prayer. And you're not just sharing, you are teaching. You're teaching, you're educating, and I know that people are hearing you, and not only hearing you, but it's landing in their hearts. It's landing in my heart. And I want to say thank you to you for everything that you're doing and everything that you are yet to do, because I feel there's more excitement coming from you and what it is that you're bringing to this life. And thank you for being here on the Cosmic Prayer. It's beautiful.
Wow. I'm
Really beautiful.
honored to be here. I'm honored to be here. So I love that you have you contacted me with the reason to get Dr. Sharon Stroud onto your network. The reason that we are all here right now together is because of collaboration.
That's right.
There is nothing else in this world than working with teams and working together as as unity. And I'm a big proponent of this. You've got to be working with each other because there is no other way to do it. There is no other way. And thank you. I really hope that what I've shared today touches the people that it needs to touch. If it's rattled your cage at all, then I'm really even more stoked about that because that's beautiful. You really needed to hear it then.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, so this all happens because if you sit and watch, the universe is constantly working. It's constantly putting people in your life to bless your life even further. So remember to keep loving yourself fully, appreciate you so that you can show up and love others and appreciate them with full reverence. And remember, prayer, quit begging for something to happen. Don't be using any bargaining tools anymore. That stuff never worked.
Yeah.
What works is you seriously just starting to appreciate what you already have, even if you think it's nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what is your prayer for the world?
My prayer for the world,
Yeah.
my daily intention or my prayer for the world?
Your prayer for the world.
My prayer for the world is simple. Be happy. My granddaughter says everybody's connected by an invisible string. Make a choice to be
Oh,
happy today.
how old is your
Just be
granddaughter?
happy. She's 8, and she said this when she was like 4. That's also on Spirituality Gone
It's
Wild somewhere in there.
beautiful. Beautiful.
My prayer for the
Be
world
happy.
is, yeah, my prayer is, I could say peace, but the fact is that until that each person develops a space of peace within themselves and chooses to be happy within themselves, we won't have it in the world. It takes collaboration and community, but each community working in support of each other to be in space of appreciation for what we already have, to be there. And if we're doing that, we're all going to show up in alignment. And us warriors, that's what we do. We're on the front line. We show up. So we are the prayer for the world. We are the appreciating factor. So go out and appreciate whoever is of service for you today and ask who you can be of service to.
Mm, that is so powerful. I heard something at the weekend, just as my last little, before we hop off, because I know that you have another call. Someone said at the weekend, I was on a weekend beautiful retreat, and the teacher said, you don't need to be a success, you need to be of use. And that really resonated. It was like, stop trying to be successful. You're already successful, Laura. Be of use. How can I be of use in this world? And that really shifted the whole thing for me of what we're doing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Be of use. That's
Be of
another way of,
use. We're already successful. We're here. We're alive. We're children of God. We're here. How can I
that's
be of
right.
use?
How can you be of use?
Yeah.
So
It's a good
I
question
make
to
the
ask every day.
I make the intention to go forward with unconditional love to the best of my ability. And who may I be of service to in gratitude?
Yes,
It's actually that simple. And people go,
it
no, it's
is.
not that simple. Oh no, it really is that simple.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to know how to get out of the muck, the fastest way to get out of the muck is to be of service to somebody. Show up.
Absolutely.
But I want these things in my life. Then show up and
Yeah.
be that you want in your life first.
Powerful. Thank you so much, Debbie, for being here and for
Thank
sharing. Debbie
you.
Garcia, Spirituality Gone Wild. Please check out her website, her Facebook page, YouTube channel. And if you love New Thought Media Network, which I'm sure you do, then like and share this video and like us and subscribe to us on YouTube. And there is, of course, the link down below where you can leave your love offering if you would like to be a part of the conscious giving process, which is always really powerful to do that, because that's another way of showing gratitude. So we have that link here down below in the little bit of writing. Debbie, thank you for being here.
Oh, so much fun.
Such
It's
a
cool.
treat.
So awesome.
And thank
Everybody
you
go out
for
there and
everybody watching and being here and liking and sharing your comments. And we will be back. I will be back next week with the Cosmic Prayer.
please go over
Thank you for listening to Cosmic Prayer, your weekly shift with Laura Topper on the New Thought Media Network. If you've enjoyed this programming, please tell a friend and join us again next week for Cosmic Prayer, your weekly shift with Laura Topper.
New Thought Media Network is on the rise. We're looking to grow with you. Do you have technical media experience? Or perhaps a desire to learn? Are you willing to volunteer your precious time and attention? We share this message to benefit all. If you possess a computer with a camera and a microphone, we will share our knowledge with you. Behind the scenes or being the star, let us bless our one. Contact us at info@ntmedia.org.